So Gamby is alive. Black Lightning just didn't have time to pretend before running this speculation into the ground before showing Gamby deep underground, although the way he escaped the car was pretty good for him. I think this episode starts off a storyline for Lynn that I actually love. She has to face the downside of not only being a scientist, but a scientist who has promised great results just to be bitten in her backside the moment she tries. It's her turn to go on a downhill spiral after Jefferson's own outburst the previous episode. Now Anaya, the pregnant girl from the previous episode, also returns to give birth to twins. Twins with powers. We also learn that the silver stuff is called Element, and it's used by the families of South Freeland. It is a turf war down there. The turf war picks up speed with the introduction of the people with Element in them that gives them super speed and enhanced strength. Now unfortunately, after their little battle, they take one of the twins when the fight is over. They are all operated under the Looker, who is a character from the comics that can use the element to turn people into Sange. Her origin of having her powers for 30 years ties into Jefferson's story, because that's how long he's had his powers as well, because he had the original vaccine of green light. So the show is tying its history from its past to its present, and I'm really enjoying the parallels. Now moving on to Kalila. Now I know the show wants me to buy into his redemption, but for now he still acts like a rowdy teenager that's far too impulsive for my life. Although when he gets taken down by Tobias, I do feel really bad for him. Overall, I enjoyed this episode. It expanded not only on the mythology, but the cast of DC characters, as well as the world of Freeland. There's a lot of history that gets expanded upon. I'm really loving it. For me, this episode was 10 out of 10. This is probably my favorite episode of the show so far. And it's not just about action, there's also about how you do the lore, how you do the exposition, and I just feel like this episode hit a lot of those marks really well. But what do you think? Let me know down below.